Get some waffles afterward, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into it. This is the story. I'm going to get into the details because that's important for planning, but by the end of this, folks, this is a lot of rain. This is a ripping storm that's coming in Sunday to Monday. We have not seen a storm like this in a while. And now we get these. This is Northern California. We get storms like this. But because of 2 years of drought, we're just not used to it. So you got to plan ahead and do not underestimate this. We've got an atmospheric river happening right now. That's when you have a nice big storm tapping into moisture that goes all the way down to the subtropics. Now look at the color. Look at the brightness of this. That tells you how wet that plume is. Then look at the next one. Yes, this is a degree higher. And then in the middle to the end of next week, we just got to pay attention because there's things happening in the Pacific and the forecast is not set in stone, but maybe after Halloween, we could be looking at another one of these. So this is the one that we're dealing with right now. Nice steep trough, plenty of moisture moving through. It is going to be a wet commute. That's the issue of this storm. It's also warmer, so we're looking at rain in the mountains rather than snow. The next one's getting its act together, and it will be colder and much windier, so that adds a whole other element along with just a lot wetter plume coming in. So what about this morning? Well, it's easy to know what to expect this morning because you can see it, and you're probably hearing it at your house. It is going to be a wet commute. It's going to be raining all morning long, and then it's going to start to break up into the afternoon. We could see some random thunderstorms before the day is done, and for some of you, it's just starting to affect you. In Tracy, Modesto, you have a little bit more time, but it's on the way. Of all the things that we keep talking about, I just want this to be said one more time. This is Highway 50, which is burned on both sides going up to where Sierra Tahoe is, and then on the other side, Echo Summit. Remember, this is steep terrain that's just loaded up with big boulders, and they come down all the time. So you throw in recently burned area, no vegetation to hold back the soils, and then a lot of rain in that spot, you have to pay attention for the rock slide potential. It's definitely way up there on this one. Of all the things, it's the combination that can really set these storms apart, because when you have rain or snow, that's one thing. When you throw in strong winds, it's different. Recent burn areas, the flooding potential for streets in your neighborhood is higher because it's early in the leaf season. So remember, have a plan in place and don't underestimate this one. It is a ripper. It's going to be gnarly at times. You got to pay attention. Positive side, right? I don't want to get too negative. The positive side is this. Every spot in Northern California is going to be way above average by the end of this. And even if it doesn't rain at all in early November, we're probably going to keep above average just because there's so much all at once. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s this morning. Not that windy today. It's going to be breezy, maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's skip ahead to the real storm here coming in on Sunday to Monday. Throw in heavy rain, heavy snow, strong winds. It's all coming together. It's just going to be one of those blustery days where it's just raging outside your door pretty much all Sunday. So this one will break up. If you're looking for a gap, I would say tonight and early tomorrow morning. In fact, I don't even think the major rain will show up until after sunset on Saturday, starting to arrive on Sunday morning, and then it's just going to be on through the day. It'll start to break up by Monday morning, but that's when the cold air comes in, and that's when the rain switches over to very heavy snow in the mountains. So that's another thing to think about in the middle of this series of storms. Brittany.
All right, Rob, I know I've been listening.